Hi there, and welcome to Module 2B of my full Python course. Today is really exciting. We're going to talk about something called dictionaries, I love them. They are extremely useful. It is kind of similar to a list, but also has a lot of differences, and they are better than lists at some specific things. We will talk about them today. If you have not enrolled already, please subscribe, and let's get started. So, a dictionary. I'm going to illustrate why you need this thing by an example. So, say that we had maybe three different people named, and I'll say names is equal to a list of, say, me and some person named someone named John and someone named Jeff. Okay, so we had these three people and we wanted to keep track of their favorite color. What we could do is a couple different things. We could actually have this data structure where we have, say, everything. So names and, actually I'll say names and colors. Names and colors is equal to, say, Greg and then red, for example. So that's my favorite color. And then for John's, we could store them right after. Maybe his is orange. And then Jeff's, maybe his favorite is blue. Okay, so that's one way to store it, is that we loop through this thing, and then we know that each element after the name is going to be their favorite color. Except, I think you can admit that's kind of awkward. Something you might want to do, and there's a times that you would do this actually, is maybe have another list that corresponds index-wise with this other list. And so I'm going to put these together just to show you that they basically one-to-one map each other in order. So I have my favorite color is red, and John's favorite color is orange, and Jeff's favorite color is blue. So that way, what we can do is we could just loop over, say if we had the indices, and I will just again show these. It's really nice to look at it like this. If we have 0, and then 1, and then 2, so this is the index for this person, and that is their favorite color. Then we could get this index, and so we'd have name sub 1, and color sub 1 is John and orange, their favorite color, and sub 2 is name sub 2 is Jeff, and color sub 2 is blue, so Jeff's favorite color. We could go through the indices. That is another option, except that's not always the right way to do this, and there's a lot of times where we're going to run into the idea of key value pairs, where the key for this example is the name and the value is the color. So if you want to be able to ask or answer the question quickly of what is my favorite color or what is someone's favorite color, well, what you want to do is say, okay, I'm going to feed you a name and I want to get in return their favorite color. Well, the fastest way to do this, we'll find and talk about later, is with a dictionary. And so I make this thing called a dictionary, say set it equal to a variable, and then I use these squiggly bracket notations, like braces people call them. And then for this example, I'd make the dictionary of Greg, so a string of Greg, and then colon, so this is my value, here's my key, and here's my value is red. So that's one key value pair, where the key is Greg and the value is red. So you could ask, if I had this as my whole dictionary, I can have many key value pairs, but if I wanted to ask what is Greg's favorite color, well, I could say D sub Greg. Okay, so if I do that notation, then what it does is returns the value according to whatever matched there. And we'll talk about later of why this notation is so much faster than if we were to write a program that looked for my name in this list and then it returned the corresponding one. It's a lot faster. Okay, so the full dictionary for this example, and I'm not going to call it D, I'm going to call it basically names. I will just call it names and colors dictionary for now. Okay, probably should be called like favorite colors or something like that, but that's fine. So names and colors dict is Greg red and John, I keep spelling that because my mic's in the way of my some of my keys, John and orange, And for Jeff, it is blue. Okay, so this way I could ask the question for any person's name, I could get their favorite color. And it's doing this very quickly. Sorry about that. I don't know why I wrote orange. I obviously meant John. So what is John's favorite color? It's going to try and find this key, and then it's going to return the associated value. All right, that is pretty much all you're going to do with dictionaries for the most part, other than loop through these things and maybe add something to the dictionary later. So we could add something to the dictionary by saying names and colors dict, sub some new key, or if you give an existing key, it'll modify that value. So we would have names and colors dict sub John, for example. If I wanted to update John's favorite color, maybe he changed his mind, then I could set that equal to pink if he changed his mind to pink. And then I'll show you that names and colors dict is going to have John as pink in there. Or we could actually add a new value. So I'm just going to copy this. It's exactly the same thing except with a new key. Maybe there's a new person, and so we'll say, okay, maybe Sarah says that her favorite color is green. Okay, so got a new person, and so we'll add them into the dictionary, and we'll specify that their value is this. So it's saying, okay, what is the key? What is the value? That's all that syntax is saying. And again, I will show you that this dictionary, I don't know why that didn't copy and paste. Copy, paste. That dictionary now has Sarah in there as well. All right, so that is almost all you would need for dictionaries. I'm going to do one more thing, which is iterating over them. So the idea is that, usually we want to say like, okay, tell me all of the different things that are in the dictionary. And you could just print it out, but there's a lot of times when you'd want to do more than just printing it out. If we wanted to look at all of the items in the dictionary for whatever reason, well, we could just iterate through this thing like before with a for loop. So I could say for name, and notice why I'm writing name. We're going to talk about that. For name in names and colors dict. So what is name? Name, I think there's something in my eye right now. These are the names, okay? So I looped through, these are basically the keys. If you're going to talk about it in an arbitrary way, I'm saying for key in the dictionary, so all the keys in the dictionary, then I have the name. Well, that's useful because you could just ask for the value if you wanted the value. So print name sub, not name sub, sorry, the dictionary, sub the name. Okay, so this is the exact same syntax as above, except I'm doing it within a loop and saying, okay, here's some name, and here's the corresponding value. Printed out is their colors. And again, if I wanted to just say that whose favorite color for everybody, I could say name. So name plus this person, and yes, I can kind of nest quotes in here. It's kind of weird. What I wrote there is double quotes, single quote, S as in like names. So Sarah's, I will add a little bit more. Sarah's favorite color is space, and then that color. So that does it for every single person, where I get their name, and then I say their favorite color is, and then the value associated with that. That's pretty much all you're going to do with dictionaries, and I hope you liked it. They're awesome. We're going to talk later about why they're so awesome. This shows convenience, but it doesn't show speed. Believe me, they are very, very fast. So I will talk to you in the next video.